Yes, please, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your feel-good breakfast show opening up on SC right now. And look, it's the start of 2025, and what a better way to kick off the year than by mapping out our 5-year plan. Whether it's personal growth, career milestones, or unforgettable experiences, I think now's the time to dream big and stay making it happen. You guys ready for this?
Seth?
I'm ready.
Sorry, man. Poor Seth was asking us a few moments ago, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And we didn't want you to have too much time to think about this because I think a lot of us get caught out by this question because we don't want to look too far ahead in the future, but we need to have a long-term vision.
We do.
So I'm going to ask you, because you're at quite an interesting stage of your career where things are popping. Obviously, you've been taken down a slightly different path now.
With this.
But it's, well, I'm going to say another layer has been added, maybe is a better way of looking at it. But could you sum up, do you walk around with a 5-year plan? Is that something that fits into your mindset?
So one of the things that I always say every time I talk about my career is that it's so unconventional because it changes so often, and I like it that way because I always used to think that, like, because I wanted to have a creative career, I would have to pick one and then wear that hat. But nowadays, I feel like things change so often. We are now in the advent of, like, for instance, AI. Things like that change. You need to just always make sure that you hop onto it, don't get left behind, because everything as it changes will allow you to express yourself in a different way. So every sort of few years, I express my other parts and other corners. So now maybe it's food, it was fashion before, it keeps changing. And if you keep educating yourself, that's what I tell myself. Ooh. So I'm just always, like, trying to learn. So I am interested in AI at the moment, and to try and force myself to learn, I actually even bought, like, shares on, like, some AI companies. And if you're invested in that, you have to know about it.
Got some skin in the game.
Yeah.
Love it.
Can I still say you're still into fashion a little bit? Okay,
let's not just escape that.
Close that chapter quite yet.
No, never.
But that is a really good mindset to have because you've got to be agile when things are changing so much. Being the youngest of us here.
Am I?
Okay,
That's the skin for you.
Just being polite, okay? I'm just being polite. It obviously has a slightly different relevance for you because your career is now really opening up doors. So how do you put it into perspective?
It's crazy because actually this year marks my 10th year in broadcasting, but only now I'm like, let me start my 5-year plan. So I felt like I've been building for the last decade, and now it's in a place where I can dream big, but also not only just dream, but know that it's so attainable. So I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, a cover or 2 or 3, I can do this. Not only that, let me host my own show. Not only that, let me see if I can even start a family while being a broadcaster. I think that's going to be such an interesting avenue. As a woman in this space.
As a woman,
because I feel like I could do it all, but let's see how it goes. And I think that's so exciting when plotting and planning and executing and putting together a 5-year plan.
I thought you were going to say something else there for a second. I'm like, wow, but you must be that excited and emotional. Well, I like the way that you're thinking about the practical steps. And when you think about your 5-year plan, because I know you generally are quite a target-orientated person. You can imagine him going out there and doing it. But what practical steps are you doing to achieve what you want to do?
I think I'll definitely take a massive page out of Seth's book when you talk about Forever the Student. And I think I have this systematic approach to a 5-year plan. Even though I'm actioning goals towards it, there's still 50% of me that's constantly learning, constantly upskilling and educating, because there might be a better opportunity or a better way to reach that goal maybe sooner than 5 years. So for me, it's kind of constantly balancing, stay present in the moment while still looking towards the future. Don't get lost in that either, but also don't not think about it at all. So it's this constant juggling act that I'm trying to do every single day. Does this serve the bigger purpose? Or is it stimulating me right now? And what's more important? And that changes.
Oh, you said the word, bro. You said the P word. Purpose. Listen, we can still be ready to pivot. Let's not let go of that. But I'm glad you used the COVID word there because... and I'm going to say it because people have kind of swept COVID under the carpet without realizing that it's going to be a 3 to 5 year recovery plan for everybody.
100%.
And people were doing different jobs. People were hustling in different ways during COVID. So it's all right to start thinking about the long term and letting go.
Wait, what's yours?
Hey,
you see how he's deflecting?
Man. Well, you are being agile and direct. I like that. It's very much along the lines of what both of you have said. And I think partly how you are feeling because of the research intelligence within our industry.
Yeah.
I feel like doors have been opened for me now that didn't exist in our industry before. I can see a rung in the industry that didn't exist before COVID. So for me, it's about letting go of the old baggage and just embracing that. Investing in new talent as it comes up. You need to be able to be mentored from up, down, down, up, from sideways. You talk about AI, we are all going to need to plug into where society is right now, and that means having a multi-generational connection. You've got to be able to do that. So for me, it's kind of, I feel like I've been very solo for the last few years. Now it's about everybody.
Collaboration.
Let's raise the baseline so we can all enjoy the fruits of that labor, because the fruits are coming, y'all. The fruits
I'm ready to eat.
coming.
What is something bigger? I love that.
Put that on your vision board, man.
Zanzi had a lot to say about this one as well. Obviously, posted this question out to our people. And Seth, we've got Gary Orkamp, who's pretty much like our family member right now. Always has a great opinion. He says, I need to repopulate my board. Each time I manifest something, I remove it from the board. So, Gary, if you have a clear board, that means you've smashed all your goals. So, you know,
making room for the next.
Nice.
Yes, Gary. All right, we also had Selani getting in touch saying, good morning, looking for a new job, driver's license. I'm going to say that again, driver's license, and looking for my own place. Yes, definitely.
I'd encourage that driver's license. That's important. That's a big unlock. You can do so much more with that. So get your license.
And it's obtainable.
It is.
It's obtainable.
Yes.
It's something that can be within your control. Let's look at another.
Mark Gavin comes through and says, good morning. Oh, I love this. 2025 vision board. Liverpool to win the English Premier League.
Y'all can dream, son. Y'all can
I'm
dream.
putting that out there as well.
Forrest is going to win, bro. Something's going to happen, dude. It's just, I can see it now. He's ruined it for everybody. Mark Gavin, you have ruined football for Liverpool fans across the globe.
Commentator's curse.
Oh, goodness. Can I ask you guys
that.
a question, though, on the front of 5-year plans? Just a quick one, if you could give me a tidbit. How do you actually sit down and do it on a practical sense? Do you write them down? Do you draw it up? Do you break it down 1 year, 2 years, 3 year?
I go
for the ADHD version. Or do you want the? It's on about 30 different devices, bits of paper, big whiteboard, whatever I'm looking at that day. It is, and then the joy is I'll come back to it 5 years from now, discover a note that was left somewhere, be like, oh, I've done this, I've done it, or I'd forgotten about that. But it's all over the place for me, but it's there in the consciousness.
Okay, but also quite visible.
Yeah, no, it does help.
Love it does. All right, thank you.
I prefer a mood board.
Yeah?
I have to visually see it. I have to walk past it a few times.
And I know that mood board looks good because the fashion is there.
How long
the
does it take you to make it?
To put it together, like just shift together.
So thank you for that. Well, if you are looking for resources to help bring you and your 5-year plan to life, do check out Absa's financial planning tools on absa.co.za. From budgeting to investing, they've got you covered. So your 2030 self, that's a far way from now, will thank you.
My heart.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
Absa, official banking partner of the Premier League.